my name is Ashinadine Solomon, one of the members of Group 1, who is representing the examples of 4 types of interpersonal contexts. But first, what is interpersonal? Interpersonal refers to the communication between and among people and establishes personal relationships between and among them. Some examples here are our friends, family, co-workers, and many other people that surrounds us. To understand more and easily the 4 types of interpersonal contexts, we, Group 1, serves as the examples of 4 types of interpersonal contexts. Come on, and let's take a look.
Before we continue, do you know that there are 4 types of interpersonal contexts? Well, we have the dyad communication, small group, public, and mass communication. Don't worry because we, Group 1, will going to make sure that you will be able to understand the differences of 4 types of interpersonal contexts using our example video. So, Ashley, it's your turn.
Let's jump first to the first type of interpersonal context, the dyad communication. Dyad communication is a communication that occurs between 2 people, meaning to say it could be you and your mother, you and your only one friend, you and your little sister. Come on and let's take the first example of the dyad communication.
How's your online class? Is it good?
Yeah, but sometimes details are complex.
Like what?
About the difference between intrapersonal and interpersonal communication.
Intrapersonal communication can be defined as communication with oneself, and that may include self-talk, acts of imagination and visualization, and even recall and memory. This can be talking to yourself, reading aloud, writing, thinking, meditating, singing, and analyzing, for instance.
Okay, how about the interpersonal?
Interpersonal communication is an exchange of information between 2 or more people. It is also an area of research that seeks to understand how humans use verbal and nonverbal cues to accomplish a number of personal and relational goals.
Okay, I get it all now. Thanks to your help.
You're always welcome.
Bye.
Now, let's proceed to the second type of interpersonal context, the small group. Small group refers to communication that involves at least 3 people, but not more than 10 people, engaging in a face-to-face interaction, working to achieve a desired goal. Meaning, it could be your online classes, your friendship circles, your teamworks, or it can be even hobbies. Come on and let's take a look to the second example of small group.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning po, sir.
Good morning po, sir.
Okay. Good to see all of you. It's nice to see you again, St. Elena. So, before we start, Cyrus, can you lead the prayer?
Yes, po, sir. Let's bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Dear Lord, thank you. And Lord, Father of all, thank you for today. Thank you for your ways in which you provide for all of us. Help us to focus our heart and mind now on what we heard about to learn. Guide us always to your eternal life. We ask all this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Cyrus. Now, let's time to tackle a topic about types of speech, context, and style. All right, so we have interpersonal and interpersonal. Anyone or group?
Interpersonal is the communication that center is one person where the speaker act but as the sender and receiver. And interpersonal is the first communication between and among people.
Yes, thank you. All right. Aside from that, we also tackle the types of interpersonal context. Anyone who can give the 4 types of interpersonal context? John Rainier.
We have DYAD communication, small group, public, and mass communication.
Next part is what we call public. Public refers to communication that requires you to deliver or send a group of message in front of group of people. And take note that this message can be driven by informational or persuasive purposes. For you to be able to understand it more, you should watch our example video. Let's welcome Ms. Riza May Espino, running for President under the party list of Group 1. If you won as the President of our country, what are the projects that you will focus on? If I became the President of this country, I will strive to accomplish these three major things in our country. First, I will strengthen our educational system. Second, I will make sure that everyone has a fair treatment in our country. And lastly, I will protect our border. Now let's move on to the last part of interpersonal context, the mass communication. Mass communication refers to communication that takes place through television, radio, magazine, book, internet, and other types of media. So now let's take a look at our last example video. It's September 1, 2021, Wednesday. Good afternoon, this is Riza May Espino, and you're watching Group 1 Daily Newscast. Metro Manila will be under by Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine or MECQ until September 7, 2021. The government of the Philippines recently announced quarantine classification for the month of September. August earned the dismal distinction of logging the most COVID-19 infections since the start of the pandemic in March 2020. The Philippines reaches grim milestone of 2 million COVID-19 cases. The Department of Health announced 14,216 new COVID cases infections on Wednesday, bringing total cases in the country to 2,300,955.
Whenever I see girls and boys selling lanterns on the street, I remember the child in the manger as he sleeps. That's the first few lines of iconic singer Jose Marichan's Christmas in Our Hearts at There. And we expect this to resonate throughout the country as the so-called bear month starts today, September 1. And what better to also set the tone for the official start of the Yuletide season than to feel the cold, nippy air for the last 4 months of 2021.
Thank you for watching. Again, this is Group 1 Daily News for more latest news and updates. As we show you our video presentation, I am Riza May Espino, sending you a warm greeting on behalf of Group 1, as we hope that this video are giving you a clear understanding about interpersonal context. We hope that you enjoy this video. Again, thank you and have a good day.